r/AskReddit. If human experiments were made legal, what would scientists first experiment about? I imagine some sociologists would really like to pull a Lord of the Flies type thing where you remove a dozen kids from civilization and see how they adapt. A king did this in the old days way back when his own word was law. He had children raised feral to see what would happen to them. The guy I heard about was Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II that did this, but upon a Google search you can find more as well. Pharaoh Samtikai of Egypt and King James IV of Scotland are noted. And, don't leave us hanging, I'm curious now. They died. Nerve regeneration could help with many conditions, like paralysis, deafness, blindness, etc. Gene editing to the point of being able to produce newborns with specific cosmetic and mechanical traits with near 100% precision. Basically designer babies. Very morally questionable. But imagine being able to prevent all genetic diseases, disorders in all future humans. Even having them born without appendixes and wisdom teeth. That or make real monster girls for the weebs. The appendix is actually a useful organ. Someone won a Nobel Prize for discovering that it keeps bacteria to repopulate your body after an infection. Edit. After looking back, I see no prize awarded for this. Well, duck. Wish someone told mine that before it tried killing me and then getting removed. They can restore your gut flora with a fecal transplant. No need to worry. Fecal transplant? Does that go how I imagine it to go? I think so. Yes. Oh yeah. Well, eat shit. And diet. Brain transplants are the ability to transfer someone's consciousness. The day we figure out what consciousness truly is and how to transfer it is the day we defeat death. Put me in a giant robot body. I am all for it. I would pay to watch the brainbots fight each other. Clone us. Edit. Thank you guys so much. I have never got that much upvotes on anything. A clone of yourself would make it a lot easier to suck your own dong. Imagine waking up alone on an operating table. You open your eyes. You're confused. Naked. Alone. What happened? How did you get here? Was there some sort of terrible accident? Then an exact duplicate of yourself walks in the room. He looks at you. He's also naked, but has a huge erection. What's going on? You ask. LOL, you're a clone I made to give myself blowjobs. Open your mouth. Open my mouth. Open our mouth. r/Sadinla communism. Extending lifespan. Aesthetical genetic engineering. Seeing how much people request it. If ethics is completely thrown out the window, I have no doubt in my mind that the first research that governments sponsor is genetically engineering super soldiers. At what angle do we have to hit someone's elbow to produce electricity? 69 degrees. Technically speaking, any angle as long as their nerves work. Honestly, how to make viruses and viral infections more efficient yet controlled. This will make the delivery of genetic treatments more effective. Edit. AAVs exist. I forgot about that. Thanks to those who pointed it out. How to make viruses and viral infections more efficient yet controlled. I thought you were going to go the weaponized Ebola route on that. Psychology would become a lot more precise. And a lot more traumatic for subjects too. Dunno, ask China. The OP is an incredibly poorly phrased question because human experiments are legal in many places. There's just the whole issue of informed consent and beneficence, etc. Cat girls when? Hard to make someone believe the whole point of their lives was cause some weeb wanted to have a girlfriend and couldn't find one. Don't underestimate a nerd's drive to get laid but zero time into social skills. Assuming we just throw all ethics out the window, more child psychology experiments. I'd be curious to know if the Stanford prison experiment carries over to children or if that type of following orders behavior is learned. Yep, intentional experiments to work out the best kind of parenting. Plato's Republic style, capturing kids and giving them different kinds of education until you make the perfect ruler. Experiments on identical twins to assess the relationship between nature and nurture. Putting a child in a giant inflatable ball, periodically poking it with a stick to disprove the hypothesis that it would grow up to ducking hate them. Some children ducking hate you even if you give them the wrong cereal in the morning. My daughter is a sweetheart. If another kid snatches a toy, she'll barely react. If she gets shoved over she'll tell them no. I've never seen her fight. She's 3. But one time, one of her grandparents didn't have cornflakes for breakfast. 6 months on she still hates them and reminds them they have crap breakfast cereals. Her greeting, "You bad flakes, yucky flakes." I fell through a window 6 months ago. My 3-year-old likes to remind me. That's a threat. They are. They test new drugs on human tissue than mouse, monkey than human. Plus psychology experiments are done every day. Experimentation, per se, is not bad. It just got a bad name. If a transgender person was raised in isolation only by robots having never seen the opposite sex, would they have the compulsion to transition, and if so, transition into what? How could you tell someone is transgender before they were raised? So many things. Human growth development is a big one. A lot of experimental data comes from decades ago when human experimentation was more or less legal. I can think of a few specific topics right now. Language acquisition, infant brain development, psychosocial development, human nature outside of civilization, medication for pregnant women. Since fetuses can't give consent for medical trials, it's extremely difficult for doctors to get accurate data regarding the effects to the fetus of various medications and treatments that a pregnant mother may need. Stem cells and cancer treatment. You ever seen the movie The Island where people are birthed just to donate their organs to rich people? Sorta like that, but we don't actually need to have another human just grow the organ in an incubator. How many hard-boiled eggs without shell can a person fit up their butt? 9 and 1/3. Making cat generals for the weebs. Stopping aging for the people who don't wanna die. Genetical enhancements in intelligence and physical strength would probably also be in there. Mind control. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.